Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of John's never-ending list of random things to do. And for today's video, since I've already have this amp rack right here, I'm going to be installing the power cables from the front of the vehicle to the rear of the vehicle. I will be using these cables right here. 2 ground wires from the battery, underneath the car, up on top, into the back. And I will be running a power cable here as well. Now let's get started. I started off by feeding the cables down this way. Then I crawled underneath the vehicle. I had to remove some of these retainers down here. And then I fed it through this channel. Moving on back a little, I had to remove these retainers as well. And then I fed it along this channel right here, all the way to the back. So here we are with the back seat removed, and the power cable is fed through this grommet. Everything is routed through this way, 2 ground cables, and 1 power cable right here. Don't forget to seal off the grommet. Everything else is in the back here, right in this area. Before I get to the back, I'm going to have to finish up in the front, and then work my way back. There are so many connections here that I can't even fit these two. So what I'm going to do is remove everything here. And then I bought this here. It allows for more connections. So let's get that installed. I had to remove this nut and then the connections that were on it. I also removed this nut and the connections that were on this too. Since I wasn't gonna make any connections here, I decided to put this nut back on. And oh man, I ran into so much trouble. No matter how tight I tightened this nut, the connection was still loose. Look at that. Since this terminal connection wasn't getting tight, I decided to move the nut and the terminal connection entirely, and also the bolt. And man, oh man, guess what I found? And would you look at this, the original T-bolt. And this is the replacement. If you ever find yourself in this situation, there's a replacement for it. I will have it linked in the description below. So let's have it installed. But this time around, don't have it too tight. The torque spec for this is 11 foot-pound. Let's check it, and that's good. Okay, and now we can install the 6-spot expansion battery terminal. So here I have the first 3 initial connections. I was trying to decide where I wanted the other 2 cable, and then I decided I'm just gonna sandwich them on top of the other 2. By this time I already cleaned up the wires, so let's have a look at it. Just for insurance, I won't be placing this fuse here yet, not until I'm ready to install it. With the front done, we can now move to the back. So there's a screw under here and a screw under here. I'm gonna start on the right side. Lift this piece up. Using some type of pick this open. Once you have it open, remove the screw. And with that loose, pull it off. Moving over to the driver's side is the same method. Pick it open, and then loosen the screw. Once that is loose, pull it off. There's a clip underneath here, so grip it about here and then pull. Same on the other side. Grip it about here and then pull it up. Now it's ready to come out. Pull up this flap here and then pull up this flat here. Lift it up and remove it. Since I installed my equipment in this area, I had to cut out this foam piece right here. I did so using a steak knife. I applied some foam weather strip in this area so my wooden platform wouldn't vibrate. And here are my dimensions for the wooden platform. And this is the wooden platform, cut and carpeted. Now it's ready to be installed. So I just place it in here like so. And surprisingly, it doesn't move around. This block here will be for my negative connections, and this block here will be for my accessories. Now place it to your liking. This orientation works for me. I ran all my wires along this tower. How did I access it? I just peeled this off. You want to make all the appropriate power and ground connections to your devices. This here is the final product with all the connections made. Let's have a look at that beautiful installation. So originally I had my RCA from the LC7i come out this way and then run back to the amplifier. I had to reroute it this way from the LC7i to the amplifier. I had to route it this way because I was getting noise from the alternator when pressing on the gas. Alright, now that everything is connected, the cargo cover is ready to be installed. At this point, you can connect all the required fuses that you need and then turn on your system. The last thing we need to do is fine-tune the system, and that is it. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you liked it and found it helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, maybe even consider subscribing. And I will see you guys for the tuning.